discovered attacks in earlier positions in the course. This is a very powerful device, especially when the discovered attack is check, known as discovered check, like in this position. Here, white can win black's queen with the discovered checks knight d4 or knight d2, both opening up the white queen's attack on the black king while aiming the knight at the queen. Here you can really see the power of the discovery, because the black bishop can go after any white piece he wants to, because they are all on light squares. Now, what's the best discovery? You got it! Bishop c4 discovered check, winning the queen. In this position, it's black to move and win as much material as possible. You have to calculate several moves ahead here. Excellent work. Knight c2 check forces the king to b1. What's next? Good move. Knight e3 check, a powerful discovery. Next will be knight takes g4, winning the queen. Now it's white to move and win material. See the whole board. No, that's not quite right. Try again. Good job. e5 attacks the black queen and opens up the fourth rank, so the white queen also threatens the black knight on a4. There is no way for the queen to move and defend her knight, so white will win a piece for a pawn. After queen takes e5, queen takes a4. A lot of chess players have the habit of focusing on one part of the board. Here you can see the importance of seeing everything. Black to move and win material here. What do you think? Be careful here. Notice where there may be some potential for discovered attacks, and then be sure to prepare your tactic properly. Excellent work. Knight takes g4, queen takes g4, d5, opening up a discovery on the queen and attacking the bishop on c4. Now if white moves the queen, black will take the bishop on c4. But what happens if white blocks with knight f5? Remember, no mechanical thinking. Here it would be a terrible mistake to take the bishop, because then queen takes g7 would be mate. Often in chess, when you're just inches from victory, the opponent has some last tricks up the sleeve. What should black play here? No, that's not quite right. Try again. Very good. An in-between move. Bishop takes f5. Removing the attacker of the g7 square, and after queen takes f5, only then d takes c4 wins a piece. So be careful to set your tactics up properly. This problem is extra tricky. White is up a huge amount of material, and black doesn't have forced mate. Seems like a recipe for disaster. But black to play and win. Take your time here. My guess is this will be your deepest chess calculation yet, but try to find a pattern. Don't worry if this problem stretches your brain a little. The idea is to keep white in the box and take as much material as possible without letting him out of the box. Good work. Rook takes g2 check, king h1. And now? No, that's not quite it. Try again. Yep, that's it. Rook takes g3 check. Discovery. Now, of course, the idea for black here is to take as much as possible without allowing white to stop the checks. So rook takes d2 would have been a terrible mistake, because then white could block the check with knight e4 and win the game. After rook takes g3 check, you see you're actually checking and removing the defender of the e4 square. White has to move the king, king h2. Now, if you haven't found the answer yet, then take your time and work from here. Excellent work. Rook g2 check. King h1, rook takes g4. King h2. Of course, if the white bishop ever blocks with bishop e4, then bishop takes e4 check, and it doesn't matter. So the king goes to h2. Now the rook returns to g2 check, forcing the king back into the box, king h1. Now you can go on to capture all the pawns and pieces on the second rank. So now your tactical arsenal is complete. The last exercise you did was designed to reinforce how important it is to learn basic patterns and then apply them in complex situations. By recognizing a pattern of discovered checks, suddenly you were able to do a 20-move chess calculation. This type of learning, by building from the core out, is central to my approach to chess. Now let's move on to the mastery quiz, which should help reinforce the ideas we've been discussing.